Good morning, welcome back. It's Sunday morning and I thought I'd do a bit of a vlog of my day. It's already about 9 o'clock. I was looking at my clock, but it says 12:05, so it's not that. It's about 9 o'clock. I need a new battery in my clock. Yesterday I drove back to see my mum. So I was gone most of the day. So Darren was on his own with the dogs. So mostly that went really well. They seem to be getting along, but it's a gradual process, isn't it? Anyway, if you're new here, my name's Kirsten. I buy, sell vintage antiques, collectibles, secondhand, anything I think that I can sell online, on eBay, on my website, or in antique centres. And I generally vlog about my life and what we get up to working from home. And we seem to have become a home for old dogs. We now have 4 elderly Jack Russells. Jenny, we've had since a puppy. She recently turned 16. Eddie and Benji joined us in February. They're about 12, we don't really know. And last week we had a new arrival, Dave Blaze, and he's about 12. So it's just integrating Dave at the moment is our main priority. And getting ready for Christmas. It's getting close, isn't it? So Friday was a bit of a crazy day in as much as we just had a lot to do. I had parcels to do. We were still trying to integrate Dave into the house. We had to pick up from an auction and Dave had an appointment with the vets. So the situation with Dave is he's got very long claws and so they need sorting out. We did try the dog groomers, but he was too stressed for that. But he also needs some work on his teeth. So he's got an appointment in January. It's Jenny. This is Jenny. He's got an appointment in January to have his claws sorted and his teeth sort of helped and to do an overall health check. But the impression that the vet gave was that he's quite healthy, so that's good. But I think they'll do blood tests or something as well. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, we're getting on. And then Darren did go to the auction and picked up. I took some video of some of it on yesterday morning before I left because I knew by the time I came back he'd have tidied it all away. So I'll put that in now. It's early on Saturday morning and I just thought I'd quickly show you some of the things we picked up from the auction because I'm off to Nottingham today to see my mum and by the time I get back down we'll have put all this stuff away. Good morning, nice of you to join us. So we got quite a lot of pictures and prints. These are nice, they're like almost like terracotta tiles. There's that one. Unfortunately that one's a bit broken, but it's still kind of cool, isn't it? These ballerina drawings, lots of old prints. This one's lovely. The frame was no good, so Darren's taken it out of the frame and we're going to see if we can sell it as is. But it's kind of cool, I like that a lot. All sorts, love the frame on this one. Looks really old, doesn't it? I think the favourite is this little one here. Hang on. My favourite, not necessarily Darren's favourite. Hang on. Reach it. You see it? It's like a snowy scene. I really love that. Might put that one on my website. You have to wait and see. We got a job lot with some Carnival glass, which came with other things, and this lovely wooden tray. It's really nicely made. You'll have to excuse Jenny crying and Eddie. Darren's upstairs. There's a really pretty little plate as well. We didn't get a lot. There's these as well. And I got quite a few tins, but they're in my office at the moment. This one's interesting. Hang on, I need to move things so I can get to it. It's almost like a picture. So it's glass, it's glazed, and then it's just got this sort of cardboard frame. But on the back, Whose dog are you? This is a friendly dog, a well-behaved, doesn't jump at you dog. And there's a whole little story about the dog. So yeah, the dogs are singing. Right, better get myself dressed and get off to Nottingham. He's a good boy. So this was the rest of the stuff that we got from the auction. We didn't get loads. We hadn't been to view it. We just put in some bids online, and then Darren's been to pick up what we won at the auction. So we've got some Carnival glass, and we've got some like coffee pots, hot water pots, lovely bowl, lovely footed bowl there, and then some tins. Oh, there's a pair of candlesticks. Yeah, various tins. This is a nice one, an old Weetabix one from 1986. Some OXO ones. This one isn't that old, but isn't that cute? Little French sort of truck. I like this big old cake tin with the cat on the front. Isn't that cool? Might have a go at taking the label off. Somebody's used that for bandages, look, but an old Bonio tin. But if I can get the bandages sticker off the front, that's kind of cool. And then I like this one. Yeah, so we'll work on those things, and while looking after the dogs, which is all peaceful at the moment. Look, Benji's sleeping. Dave is pacing. Eddie's sleeping. And I don't know where Jenny's gone. Jenny's missing in action. There's Jenny, asleep in the corner. Darren's outside mowing the grass, believe it or not. Anyway, Dave's in here with me. Just because I like to keep an eye on them and not just leave them on their own and just assume that they're going to get on. So separating them a bit, just to give them a bit of a break, it's not a bad idea. I've got a few pictures in here that I need to price up and do things with. So some of these older ones where the frames weren't good enough, Darren's listed these on eBay. So we'll see whether they sell on eBay, but they're really nice. I think I showed you that one on Saturday. Really like that. There is a link to our eBay store in the description if you're interested. So there's those. These two I'm pricing up for the booth downstairs at Louth. So there's that one, which is like a farming scene. There's like 3 ladies. Don't know exactly what they're doing. Hang on. You never know when chaos is going to start. Yeah, so that one. And this one is of New Halls Library, Lincoln. He's going to put that up in his booth at Louth. He's got the downstairs one with lots of prints and pictures. So that's one of the ones that's going to head there. And then upstairs in Louth, in the old coach house, I've got a space, and I've got a bit of space for pictures, and I put all those, you know, the nursery prints and stuff that I showed you before. I'm going to put these up there with those. So I'm going to price those up ready to go. And then I'm going to put this one on my website. I showed you that one. I really like that. I have to do it at an angle, otherwise the light shines off the... What does it say on the back? The Ice Cone, Montmorency Falls. And it's sort of in French, 1834 to 1865. I really like that. So that's going to go on my website. This is interesting. It's like a terracotta tile. 2 girls hugging like that. There's nothing on the back. There's nothing there. It's got this wire here so you can hang it. It's really unusual, really different. There's no markings or signs or anything, so I'm going to do a bit of Google Images and see if I can find anything, but I'll put this one on my website as well. And then I just picked out a couple of other things from our website. I've got this cute little tin. It's not that old. It has got a sticker on the back bottom with the best before date of 2016. So it's about 9 years old. But I just really like its little French, like, grocery van. It's very clean on the side, look. Just really like that. Yeah. So that's that one. And then this, I haven't done any research or anything on it. It just says Percival Duffin's Salt. Doesn't have a lid. It has this little handle. I think it's the colour that really, and the graphics make it look very, I don't know, 30s, 40s maybe. It says made in Hong Kong just there. I don't know what it is I like about that, but I really like it, so I'm going to put that on my website as well. And then I picked out this one, beautiful little plate. Look at that, so delicate, with ivy leaves. Can you see the ivy leaves there? And then this pattern all the way around. Now, this one does have a chip. Darren said it's got a chip somewhere. Oh yeah, just there. It's a little chip, and there might be another one, tiny little ones sort of on the edge there. There is some sort of indentation mark. There's this number, and then there's an indentation mark there, which I think, I was going to say says England, but I don't know if it does actually. No, I don't think it does. Don't know what it says. Can you see it there? Really, really pretty little dish. So I'm going to put that on my website and see if any of you are interested. And then let me tidy these away, and then I think I've got a couple more bits. Hang on. So I picked out a couple of pieces of this Carnival glass. Now, I don't know a lot about Carnival glass, apart from the fact that it was given out as prizes at fairs, and that's why it got the name of Carnival glass. And it was first made by Fenton Art Glass Company, I think that's what they're called. And then a couple of other companies made them as well. And they've got this iridescence. Can you see that? And they're often in this sort of orangey marigold colour, but sometimes in a bluey colours, that kind of thing. But they've all got this iridescence, and there's different patterns available. And because we got a few in, and we had some in the other week, I thought I'd offer some to you and see if there's anybody who likes this kind of thing. It's not normally my taste, it's a little bit fancy, but I must admit, this one caught my eye. It's not very big, so it's not in your face. And because it's got a slight matte sheen to it, over the iridescence, it's hard to describe, but you've got an iridescence that comes through, but then a matte sheen over the top. It's really quite lovely. And I did a bit of research on this one. And this one pattern is called Peacock Tail or Peacock Feather. And this is made by Fenton. And Fenton started making this glass like in the early 1900s, about 1910, 1920. But it was in the 50s that it really got popular as a prizes at fairs, and it became called Carnival glass. I think that's right. If I'm wrong, I apologise. As I say, I don't know an awful lot about it, but I just thought this one was really pretty and really delicate. It's not too big. It's about 5.5 inches across, and I have seen one of these sold on eBay for about £18. So I'm going to put this one on my website, and I'm also going to put the other one that I showed you, this one. So this has got more of a sheen to it. Can you see there's more glossy sheen to it? It's bigger. It doesn't have the pattern as such. It's just got these ridges that go up the sides. It reminds me of like petals on a big flower. Can you see in there? Now there does seem like in the bottom there's almost like maybe watermarks. I'm not sure. There's like a sort of very light lines on the inside there. We've given it a quick wash, but it hasn't come off. Can you see there? There's like a just slight difference in the tone of the shimmer, but it's still a really beautiful bowl. And we said, wouldn't it be beautiful having your Christmas buffet with all these bowls with your different, I don't know, crisps or snacks or whatever in there? They'd look amazing on the Christmas table, wouldn't they? So I'm going to put that one on my website as well. There, that's everything I'm putting on today. Obviously there's all stuff on there already, all the wax melts and tins and ornaments and everything, so you can go and have a little rummage, but I'll put those bits on today. Excuse me? Excuse me? What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing up there? There's a reason you've got your nickname, isn't it? Always looking for trouble. Why are you up on the table? I'm gonna have to get you down. He'll be here in a minute. Darren's just gone to do something that he could do with being on his own. He's got to measure some prints for eBay listing. My dishwasher's on. And he said, it'll take me about 15 minutes on my own or an hour and a half with the dogs. So he's doing that. Just done some washing in the tumble dryer. And we've had lunch. Dogs have all been fed. Dave's got a bit of a limp which comes and goes, so I have to keep an eye on his foot and see if there's anything there. Yeah, and then when Darren's done that, I'm going to go and give Dave another bath. Not sure how much he'll appreciate that, but needs doing, doesn't it, smelly boy? Yeah? One day we'll get you smelling good. It might take a while. Come on, lay on here. Lie down. Lie down. Good boy. I've got the heater on to dry him off a bit. Haven't I? He's got a lovely little spot on the top of his head. Haven't you? Yeah, you're a good boy. So me and Dave are just chilling. Chilling on the floor, aren't we? My house just looks an absolute mess. There's wet towels everywhere. The kitchen floor is absolutely disgusting. But it is what it is. It'll get easier as Dave settles in and we don't have to let him out every 5 minutes. In and out with muddy paws. Once he gets cleaned up a bit. I think the limpy paw thing might have been where, because he's got long claws, they'd sort of like folded over each other. I didn't notice it, but that could be one of the reasons. So hopefully when he gets his claws sorted out, that'll resolve that issue. I've got a headache again. Been getting a lot of headaches this last week, which isn't good. But I'm not very good with change, so it could just be that. I'll tell you, my body hates me. You shivering? It's warm. You've got the heater on you. It's warm. I've got some thank yous to say. Thank you to Lorraine, who sent a lovely message. Hope Jenny, Benji and Eddie enjoy these treats. They're a joy to watch. Happy Christmas to you all and thank you for your lovely vlogs. From Lorraine. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. And then, I don't know if it was last night, night before, we got a parcel of some chews, a box of them, but there was no note with it. So if it was from you, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. The dogs absolutely appreciate it. You appreciate it, don't you, Dave? To start with, he was nervous about taking treats and stuff. Oh, your ears perked up then. He is getting better, and the chewy stick things, I had to sort of rip it into little bits the first day, but then Darren gave him a whole one the next day and he wolfed it down, so he's getting less nervous about stuff, aren't you? We're just getting to know what you like and what you don't like. Aren't we? Such a good boy. And then I also need to say thank you to Francis, who ordered on my website. Thank you very much, really do appreciate your order. And it's on its way. Hopefully you'll have got it by the time you see this. Me and Dave are just going to chill out for a bit until he's a bit drier. And then we'll go and join Darren and the other dogs in the lounge. He's got football on, so I'll get my book and I'll have a read. Yeah, we'll have a cuddle. Anyway, if you could leave me a thumbs up and a comment, it really does help all my algorithms. And if you haven't subscribed and you want to see more of my sort of vlogs of working from home, subscribing doesn't cost you anything at all, so it really does help my channel. So if you could subscribe, and if you click on the little notification bell, you'll get a notification when I put a next video out, which is usually twice a week. And then Darren's having a little break from his videos. He'll be back in the new year, but if you want to see more of Darren and the dogs, then subscribe to Gardening with Dogs. He's getting closer and closer to 1,000. It's been the goal all year, and we're nearly there, aren't we? Wouldn't it be good if we could get there before Christmas? That would be good. Anyway, thank you so much. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon.